We definitely got to bring in a coach that can coach and develop guys fast, physical, and smart. Those are the three pillars in order to play the defensive side of the ball. But what it is, Philly, what it do, baby? Your boy Miami Duffy, back in the biddy to come holla at you. Yeah, hey, it's been a lot of transactions going on in the NFL recently. Especially with us Philadelphia Eagles, man. We have three guys that's going to become unrestricted free agents come March 15th. There's dead cap hitting, and so we got to find a guy to bring at least two of the three, if not just one back. Kaiser White, T.J. Edwards, and Javon Hargrave are the three guys that's definitely due for a new deal and things of that nature. We can let Kaiser White walk. We got N'Kobe Dean. There's definitely got that Gannon held back this year, but we're not going to get into that conversation. Bring back definitely T.J. Edwards. He was a guy that was definitely a playmaker for us. A good open field tackler. Somebody that understands the defense and things of that nature. And then you can bring back Jordan Hargrave because our D9, we gonna run it back. That's all I'm gonna say. From a D line, from a defensive line standpoint, we're gonna run it back. We're gonna generate pressure. We're gonna get what we gonna do what we've been doing. Hopefully, we're bringing in a guy that can definitely fit the Philly mold and definitely be able to, bang bang, really, literally mean what that mantra is. So I'm gonna start off with the first guy that we in the most recent interview that we had today was with Jim Leonard. Jim Leonard is a former safety in the NFL, so he definitely have some type of credibility when it comes to being a player's coach. He played 10 years in the league with the Jets and the Browns, and I cannot remember the other teams, but he definitely played in the league. So guys in the locker room can look up to that, can you know can relate to him because him as a coach, he understand what these guys going through and so forth and so on. So that's a guy we definitely can be interested into bringing in. Great plus is that he coached T.J. Edwards when T.J. Edwards was at the University of Wisconsin. So having a guy on your team that played underneath your scheme is a definite plus because it allows you to be able to pick everything up fast. You understand the verbiage, you understand the terminology. Of course, it's gonna change, things of that nature. But for the most part, it's a good thing. He definitely understands his philosophy. I should say that he understands his philosophy. So TJ was, Jim Leonard can definitely be a great addition, but also on the contrary of things, he wasn't, whenever you making that transition from college to the NFL, it don't really pan out what it's supposed to be. Granted, it happened for Pete Carroll, great collegiate coach, and then came into the NFL and had a long run with the Legion of Boom. So, but for the most part, you got guys like Matt Rule, and you have guys like Nick Saban that good college coaches. Nick Saban is the greatest college coach of all time, but he was a horrible NFL coach. Same thing with Matt Rule, a good offensive minded college coach, but he could not translate it to the NFL. So the speed of the game might be a little different, but the only plus side of it is that he played in the league. He played in the league for an extensive amount of time, so he's definitely understand the flow and how fast the game is. So that he can, it's pros and cons with it. So Jim Lennon is a guy that we can definitely keep on our radar, and hopefully whether chips fall his way or it goes somewhere else, he's a guy that definitely can be in the ranks and things of that nature because he definitely helped the University of Wisconsin have a nationally top ranked defense. Maybe it wasn't number one, but they definitely was in the top five in scoring defense. And he's a guy that definitely can come in. He can contribute. The second guy, we have that we interviewed was Vance Joseph. Vance Joseph is a guy that I liked him. I liked him. He was the head coach at the Broncos. He didn't really get full his full fair share of being able to, have X amount of years to being the head coach and then running his own show and things of that nature. But for the most part, when he went back to the Cardinals, he was a good defensive coordinator. He run a lot of man, which is our strong suit, especially having Slay on one side of the field. And that's Slay's strong suit. So we definitely got to play to his strengths. And then on top of that, when you run a man across the board, whether it's two man, is cover one or cover zero or whatever the case may be, whenever you run a man, now it's give you a chance to definitely dial up a little bit more blitzes. dial up a little bit more pressure, really turning your dogs loose. So that's a plus side to with Vance Joseph that I definitely like that he brings to the table. He's a guy that definitely is put his guys in position. He trusts his guys. He have confidence in his guys. That's why he run man a lot of the time. So he's a guy that I definitely would like to see to see what we do. But my main guy that I really, really, really want the Eagles to really go after and seek after and do all these and pull out the whole red carpet. I don't care if Jeffrey got to come to that man crib and sit in his living room and talk with him. Do what you got to do, boss. Do what you got to do. Lovie Smith. I need that brother to be a Philadelphia Eagle defensive coordinator. Cause man, the way he turned that culture of the Texans around, even though he didn't really get his fair share, which was messed up by the Texans, by the way. But that's another conversation for another day. He didn't. He turned the culture around. The guys in the locker room were running through a brick wall for Lovie Smith because they was in a lot of tight knit games this past year. They gave us Eagles a little run for our money, but obviously we came out with a dub. But for the most part, they got hungry guys on the defensive side of the ball. Imagine what he would do with all this talent. Just imagine you pairing them up with BG. Excuse me, you pairing them with Reddick. Well, BG, I'm gonna throw him into the mix because I want him to be back, be able to be a Philadelphia Eagle forever. You pair him with BG, Hargrave, a young Jordan Davis, Sweat, Derek Barnett coming off injury, TJ Edwards, I'm gonna speak it into existence, N'Kobe Dean, Slay, CJ. I'm hoping we bring him back. Marcus Epps if he don't go nowhere to get paid, and then next corner on the other side, we could go get a corner in the draft or, free agency or whatever the case may be. Pairing him in that defense, oh my gosh. And then with our new offensive coordinator, oh man, we would be rocking. That defense would be rocking. Lovie Smith is a hard nose guy, and players will rally around to play for him. He's a hard nosed old school guy that's definitely ain't gonna fake the funk, ain't gonna cut you no deals or none of that. He's definitely a guy that I definitely would want to see on the sideline for the Philadelphia Eagles in this upcoming season. Last but not least, Seth Joyner. If you pay attention to Philadelphia Eagles pregame or postgame show or whatever the case may be, the man give it to you blood raw, which is I definitely enjoy that because I know as a guy, you want somebody that's gonna be truthful with you. You want somebody that's gonna give it to you blood raw, gonna tell you straight up where you're messing up at, what you need to get better at, things of that nature. And then on top of that, he played in Philly under a great defense. So he know what a great defense look like. So he's a guy. He understands the game of football. He understands the defense concepts. He understands everything. So he's a guy that we could throw into the mix. Because of his old school persona, his old school mentality, and eat with your hands and be a dog and things of that nature. I want that on my sideline. I need that on my sideline. And he loves the Eagles. So you mix your knowledge with your passion, man, you're gonna get great goddamn results, and that goes through every walk of life. Damn, it bring Seth Joyner is a guy that we definitely need to put on our radar. Howie, Jeffrey, holla at how holla at Lovey, talk with him, see what his demands is, see what he want, because we need him in Philly. Seth Joyner as well. Call him on the phone. He right down the street. Him with Jakib Sports Media, which is a wonderful outlet for Philadelphia Eagle football. But he's right down the street as well. Give him a call, Howie, and we need to be rocking on the defensive side of the ball because damn, we're supposed to win the Super Bowl, man. That's all I'm gonna say. But this your boy Miami Duffy, and make sure to like, subscribe, and comment.